Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are
TwoPaperGirls. Well, this is weird. We haven't filmed for probably about a month. I mean, you've seen a lot of videos from us, but they're backlogged from Easter because we've had all of our exams. But we've finished. We literally finished our exams about an hour and a half ago, and now we're filming our May wrap-up. So we're slightly out of it because we haven't done this in a while.
And our May wrap-up, well, mine is pitiful.
Mine's not great.
No, yours is good.
Yeah.
I think yours is good. Mine is pitiful compared to my normal standards.
Yeah.
I like to read about 4 books a month because it's like a book a week. And this time I have read a grand total of 2.
I've read technically 4, but let's just get straight into it. First book I finished was City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. Finally read this. I've got to admit, it took me 6 weeks to finish this book, partly because of exams, but also it's my own fault. I read City of Ashes a good year and a half ago, so I was a bit out of the loop with all the characters, and I was enjoying it, but I just didn't really have the inclination to pick it up. But then came back to uni and I powered through the last sort of 250 pages and really enjoyed it. I really liked how it all neatly tied up, and I got invested in the characters again, and I instantly wanted to pick up City of Fallen Angels, which is good. So I will be continuing with this series. I think I would give this book a 4 stars out of 5.
The first book that I read in May was Reason to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. This was a present off Laura for my birthday, and I wanted to read it straight away because I've had my eye on it for ages, because Matt Haig is awesome. And this isn't really like a fiction book, it's like his self-help book of like journeying through his depression and anxiety. But it was really sweet how it was written, and it really gave you an insight into the whole mental disorder thing. And I've put the dust jacket on and the book's upside down compared to the dust jacket. But I don't want to say I enjoyed it, because I didn't. Because it hurt at some places. I was like, one of my favourite authors went through this, but he's still an amazing guy. And for that reason, I think I'll give it 4 out of 5 stars, because I'm not going to be like, 5 stars for your mental disorder. But yes, 4 stars. It was really useful.
Building on Amy's sort of strange self-help book read, I picked up Jonathan Livingston's Seagull by Richard Bach. I bought this cheap when I was on holiday because I've heard of it on BookTube. I think Jessie the reader talked about it quite a lot. And I was like, I don't know what that's about. It's meant to be all deep and philosophical. It was really weird. Like, to begin with, I was like, yeah, I can see all the philosophical things about this book, but then it just got strange, and it was a teleporting seagull. And I know the pictures of the seagulls were meant to like build on the experience, but I just found it really strange because I'd be quite into it, and then it just showed me a picture of a seagull and I just laughed because it's like, oh, that's a seagull that's like Jesus. It's really strange. I think I'd give it 2.5 stars. I think it's a book where if you read it at different points in your life it'll mean more. So right now it was just a bit wacky for me.
The second and only other book that I read in May, this is really depressing, I'm not very happy about this, is Libra Bray's Beauty Queens. I've wanted to read this since like Padfoot and Prongs, Raylene rated it, and I thought, that sounds really cool, and she's like, it's one of her favourite books, isn't it? And it is really good. It's about a bunch of beauty queen pageant competitors on a plane, and they crash on a desert island, and it's just about them learning to survive and trying to find their own food and water, and also keeping up with their pageant stuff. And it's really wacky and a bit on the bizarre side. It was really funny. It was really funny, and the way they present English men. There's English pirates, but because it's an American book, they're all like, "Are you all right, love?" And it was hilarious. I was like, British men don't talk like that. But it was just brilliant. It was so funny, and I really want to give this book 5 out of 5 stars because it was brilliant. It took me a while to read just because of exams, but if I wasn't doing exams it would have took me like a day. So I think I will. Ooh. I think it gets 5 stars.
Ooh. This book, Maggot Moon by Sally Gardner, wasn't in my TBR for this month, but I was at home and I just really wanted to read something really quickly. So I picked it up and I'm really glad I did. I absolutely loved this book. I think I give it 5 stars as well. It's really strange. It's about this character called Standish. I always forget his name because it's a bit strange. It's some sort of dystopian future alternative reality thing. It's set in the UK where things are all a bit horrible and there's all these sort of Nazis at times, but yeah, it's very strange, but hard hitting, like I have little tabs in it because it was just beautiful. The ending was very dramatic and I just really loved it. It's a really hard book to describe though, but if you want a quick book that's a bit wacky but has a lot of meaning behind it, then definitely pick up Maggot Moon. The last book I read this month was Me, Earl and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews. In my TBR, this is one that I said I think I would definitely get to, and I did. I read the first 100 pages by myself. I went to see my boyfriend and he read the rest of it to me. We decided that every month we're going to have a book that we read together, like on the phone and on Skype and things. So yeah, he read the rest of it to me, which was nice. It meant reading it took a lot longer because it was a very quick read if you just read it yourself. But yeah, I like this book. I wasn't as blown away with it as I thought I would be. I'd only give it, I think, 3 stars because I liked the characters and I thought it was very fun and clever, and it was the quick de-slumping book I hoped for. The writing style kind of annoyed me and not a lot really happened, and the ending was very just like, oh, I don't know. I think it'll make a really good film though.
So that was our May. I'm sure our June will be a lot better now because we're on summer and we've finished and we're just going to read now and invest more in our channel.
Yeah, we definitely want to film a whole lot more and kind of more ongoing. We want to do Top 5 Wednesday and all that kind of fun thing. No more uni books. We're not going to bore you with like, oh, we're reading this Chaucer tale and all that stuff that you guys probably don't really care about. We're going to be reading all the fun stuff and getting in on the hype. So we really can't wait for that.
So we'll see you in the next video, guys.
Bye.